Bakanowski opening up with his punches and his elbows. Bigger shots now. Erickson taking some big shots, covering up. Round number 1. Black and camouflage trunks for Jay Bakanowski. Gray trunks for Jesse Erickson. Nothing on that kick from Erickson. Head kick, just off the mark. Hard low kick from Erickson, turned that kick over. Rear teep, left hand on the entry now for Bakanowski. Putting Erickson's back against the fence into the clinch. Hard knee from Bakanowski. Both fighters in the single collar tie, half tie plum. Big knee again to the body from Bakanowski. Now on the underhook. Arm trap, good hand fighting from Bakanowski. Elbow, right hand right back from Jesse Erickson. Erickson with the right hand. There's the head kick, counter left hand. Big body kick in the left hand from Bakanowski, right hand to the entry.
Bakanowski doing really well in the clinch right here. Really making sure to keep a hold of his limbs, keep that head pressure, driving up against Jesse's chin, and not allowing Jesse to control where the action is going to go.
3:50 remaining, round number 1.
And you notice Bakanowski has that left underhook really high and have him angled over to the side so he loses that leverage point that's going to allow him to get off that cage.
Sliding knee to the body from Bakanowski. Counter knees to the body from Erickson. Short left hand from Jay Bakanowski.
Again, going back to that high underhook and really forcing him into an uncomfortable position and taking control against the cage. It's going to be very important for Jesse to get that left side underhook and swap the cage back over or get his hips back underneath him.
This is heavy pressure standing for Jay Bakanowski. Short right hand and another. Still working from that high underhook. Left hand again. Bigger left hands from Bakanowski. Now 3 minutes remaining, round number 1 of our feature fight. 3 uppercuts, elbow in the separation from Erickson. Now Erickson to the inside, turn just like that on the underhook from Bakanowski. Short right hand. Enough activity for referee Chris Burke to allow this to continue against the fence in the corner cushion. Left hand to the body from Erickson. Not much on that. Difficult to gain leverage on those punches. Right hand just off the mark over the head from Bakanowski. For the briefest of moments, Erickson was thinking about fishing for the standing guillotine, couldn't find it. Good turn from Erickson. Big uppercut, level change now for Jesse Erickson. The knee and the turn right back from Bakanowski. Good cage work. Randy, right back to that high underhook for Bakanowski. It's been very effective against the cage.
He's controlling him completely. Jesse needs to swap his hips over to the opposite side. This knee shield that he's using is great if Bakanowski's trying to control the distance and get under those hips and take him down. But with Jay Bakanowski not going for those takedowns, I'm not sure if that's the wisest thing to do at this point when Erickson wants to get into that pulled guard or get his back on the floor.
Big shots to the body with the left hand. Now the knee. Head kick, that partially landed from Erickson. Erickson now to the inside, putting Bakanowski against the cage. Bakanowski looking to turn right back, and he does effectively.
Right back to that high left underhook. Controlling the action, doing a great job, but it's Jesse's job to really fight back, get that opposite side underhook, and spin his hips out against the cage. Right now, he's allowing himself to be controlled by being perpendicular to Jay Bakanowski's body.
60 seconds remaining, round number 1. Separation, Erickson pulling this back to the center of the cage. Bakanowski with some outstanding cage work as he takes that kick to the face. He showed no interest in looking for the takedown. Looking for the takedown now is Jesse Erickson. Then Bakanowski said he wanted to keep this fight standing. Erickson made it clear he wanted to take this fight to the ground. All stand up to this point with 30 seconds remaining, round number 1. Erickson a knee to the body. Overhook held by Bakanowski, back against the corner cushion. Knee shield from Bakanowski. Left hand! That moves Erickson back to the center of the cage. Erickson on the rear teeth. Eluding that left hand, big knee to the body. Final seconds, round number 1. Left hand and another from the half tie bump from Bakanowski. Left hand. One almost came after the horn. In comes referee Chris Burke. Next stop, round 2.
Bakanowski keeps going back to this clinching position, and he's doing a great job at really maintaining that high left underhook and controlling him against the cage. Firing off huge left hands when Erickson's trying to get in on him and not allowing an accepting position with his back against the cage. That was a great round by Jay Bakanowski.
Final seconds, round number 1. Quick reaction from referee Chris Burke. Well done. Saw the modified question mark kick that Erickson landed to the face of Bakanowski in the first round. Outstanding atmosphere here in Boston, Massachusetts, the debut of Combat FC. We're live worldwide on UFC Fight Pass. Round number 2. Kicks canceling each other out. Bakanowski, you see in the southpaw stance, orthodox stance for Jesse Erickson. Calf kick from Erickson. This is with that calf kick. Good from Bakanowski. No rush from either fighter. Now the entry, counter on the left hand. That kick just off the mark from Jesse Erickson. Right hand from Bakanowski. Right to the body, that was slick from Erickson.
If I'm Erickson, I'm gonna follow that right to the body with a high kick upstairs. Bakanowski's caught a couple head kicks, and if he puts something in front of it, you might have one land. I expect Jesse to revert back to that really high underhook position. You see Jesse keep giving his body perpendicular to Jay Bakanowski. That's allowing him to be controlled against the cage.
Last sequence you saw bigger shots thrown and landed by Bakanowski. Now overhand right from Jesse Erickson. Rear left uppercut to the body. 3:40 remaining, round number 2. Bakanowski throwing hooks and uppercuts through the body to this point in the fight, landing effectively.
Bakanowski has to be really careful with this, his left hand being that low. He's already caught a couple of those head kicks right to the chin, and he's gotten kind of lucky that none of them knocked him. Another one right there.
Kick landed, but again, more a slap of the toes. The shin wasn't there.
Bakanowski doing great with his back against the cage, not accepting any position. Great reversal by Bakanowski right there.
Reversal on the body lock. Erickson with his left hip now against the fence.
Again, back to that knee shield, Sean. I'm not sure why he keeps referring to that when Bakanowski's not really presenting a threat where he's shooting for those takedowns. If I'm Jesse Erickson, I'm taking my left underhook and swapping my hips out and trying to circle back to the center of the cage, or even controlling my opponent against the cage.
Elbow lands with the right elbow from Bakanowski.
Bakanowski right back to that high left underhook. Bakanowski doing a great job at controlling Erickson against the cage.
Bakanowski staying very heavy, leading forward with the head. Double elbow. The second one really landed flush. Now the knee and that second elbow, opening up the cut on the scalp of Jesse Erickson. More big shots, left hook. Straight right hand, wide swings from Erickson. Now Bakanowski's cut on his forehead. Both fighters cut here in round number 2. Big up elbow lands from Bakanowski. Another elbow from Jay Bakanowski. There's that rear left uppercut again. Bakanowski opening up with his punches and his elbows. Bigger shots now. Erickson taking some big shots, covering up. Closer look from referee Chris Burke into the clinch. Knee now from Jay Bakanowski. Left hand on the right hand. There's that left uppercut again.
Bakanowski has to be very careful. He doesn't punch himself out here. Jesse Erickson's a tough veteran. He doesn't go down easy. Bakanowski has to be really careful right here. Again, back to that high left underhook and controlling him completely. That was a great move by Bakanowski right here.
Erickson took some big shots, took them well. To his credit, still standing. Now rolling to the ground. That's Erickson rolling through, looking leg lock. It's Erickson taking it to the ground. Can't find the leg lock. You see the leg entanglement. Bakanowski pulls out.
That's a tricky submission to go for this late in the fight. Both guys really slippery.
Erickson covering up. Right hand from Erickson. Big left hand, another left hook. Huge shots now from Bakanowski. Full tie plum on the knee. Erickson trying to throw back with the right hand. Bakanowski under the right hand. Slicing left elbow, right knee. More big knees from Bakanowski. You see the close look from referee Chris Burke.
Bakanowski framing with that opposite side hand and forcing almost making Jesse Erickson headbutt Bakanowski's knee. Instead of bringing the knee to his head, he's forcing his head down to meet him in the middle and almost cause a car crash in between.
Big round number 2 for Jay Bakanowski. 30 seconds remaining in the second round. There's the left elbow to the head from Bakanowski.
Bakanowski displaying some really good clinch work right here. Again, having that far side frame and just controlling his head completely.
Big knees, that is it. In comes referee Chris Burke and the win for Jay Bakanowski. Unfettered shots to the finish for Bakanowski. Pro MMA win number 5. There was power, but there was also accumulation.
Yeah, Bakanowski was doing a really good job at just controlling Erickson against that cage with that far side left underhook. Taking his right hand and framing on Jesse's head and pulling his head down and making him meet that knee in the middle. And that's what ultimately caused the finish.
Jesse Erickson, ultra tough. Never dropped from those shots. It was a standing TKO. Jay Bakanowski, though, just simply too much power mixed with too much volume in the eyes of referee Chris Burke, who steps in to stop this fight. Disappointment for Jesse Erickson, showing his class with Jay Bakanowski. Huge punches, huge elbows, huge knees from the pocket and from the clinch for Jay Bakanowski. Really opened up with his striking in round number 2 after a good round number 1, all the way to the quality finish against a quality opponent in Jesse Erickson. Here is Ramiro Torres.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, 4 minutes and 44 seconds into the second round by technical knockout, Jay Bakanowski!